What's going on YouTube? Venny here, and today I am bringing you episode 3 or 4 or 5, well I don't even know at this point, of Building on a Budget. This is where me, Venny, the pro FIFA player, gives you different teams to build for your foot champs or just to play FIFA with at a certain budget. We've done 50k, 100k, 250, 350 and 500. So this is actually the episode 5. There we go. We just worked it out right there. Episode 5 of Building on a Budget then. 500k team. I think we're getting to the range where a lot of you guys have this sort of valued sort of team. I think maybe early on I did like obviously the 350s and the 250s and 100s and that. Obviously a lot of people had a little bit more than that. I think this is where we're getting to the point where a lot of you guys have. So we're going to be doing the 500k today. Probably next week will be about the 700 mark. Week after 850. Week after that probably like we'll go to 9. No, we'll probably go to 1 mil. Then 1.25 and then 1.5 or something like that. I don't really know really. You guys need to tell me in the comments what sort of price range you want the teams at. And then I'll build it around that. Obviously just give me a rough sort of mark rather than an exact mark. Like if you say like build me a team for 872k, I'm like, I'm not going to do that, you know what I'm saying? But we've got a 500k team. This is a 500k team on Xbox, so be wary if you're obviously been on PlayStation like I've got. But I'll give you a variation what you can change to make sure it is 500k on both consoles for you. But before we get into the squad builder, don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Leave a like, leave a comment. We're on the road to 5k. The love has been crazy the last week or so on the channel, so hopefully we can carry on that type of love what you guys are showing. If you guys are more interested in more content as well, we are doing foot champs highlights. We're doing top 200 highlights for you guys, top 200 rewards, custom tactics and stuff like that. We've got it all for you guys if you are interested in that. But let's get into the 500k squad builder, and we're talking about top 200. This is the keeper what I used last weekend, what got me top 200 30 and out, and this guy saved me so many times. I remember this one game, it was like 2-2 85th minute, this guy sweated it across and Nick Pope flew out of nowhere and saved it. Unbelievable keeper he is for only like 1-2k. If you remember like Jack Butland back in the day, I think FIFA 18, FIFA 17, that's what I'm sort of saying with Nick Pope. He's around that sort of, you know, caliber type player. Obviously not as good as that Jack Butland, because that Jack Butland was on another level, but this guy is very good. He obviously comes at 6'7", 1-star skill with 3-star weak foot. He does lack the kicking. He's got like 75 kicking, so if you are like somebody's team pressing you and you go back to him and try and kick it, be wary, it can just end up being God knows where. But yeah, Nick Pope in goal for you guys. We're making some upgrades to this team compared to the 350. I try and change up the teams what I'm showing you as well. I don't want to use the players over and over again. I do want to show you some different players who are the most better and the best players, but I don't want to keep like just basically upgrading the team what we had previously. So there are some changes to the team. I think this time we've gone more Premier League, where previously it's been more La Liga and Bundesliga. So we've got some Premier League caliber players now into the team. Wan-Bissaka at right back, 6 foot, medium high, 4-star skills, 2-star weak foot. Crazy good right back this year. 86 pace, 80 shooting, 80 dribbling, 82 defending, 74 physical. Only problem with him is that 68 passing. Obviously, we usually use stay back while attacking on our right backs unless you're using a 4-1-2-1-2. So Wan-Bissaka is perfect for that. He's that really good defensive midfielder. The defensive right back rather than that guy who's going to bring the ball forward like a Semedo. But you can literally put any right back of what your budget can afford. You can put Cancelo, you can put Semedo if you want them more attacking ones. But Wan-Bissaka is that all-round package for me when it comes to the right backs until you can get the Semedo and Kyle Walker. So Wan-Bissaka is our player of choice. I used him in my Road to Glory team and he was solid. I used him into Rashford as one of my links, and it was definitely worth doing that. He was a quality little right back. So into the centre backs now. We've got Joe Gomez, crazy good defender this year. Probably top 4, top 3 defenders this year, I want to say. Obviously outside of icons. Who we got? Varane, Van Dijk, Gomez, and then I would literally say Van Dijk / Gomez both at second. That's how good Gomez is this year, or maybe that's how bad Van Dijk is this year. I don't really know. I'm not really too big fan of Van Dijk personally, but yeah. Joe Gomez here, 6'2", 3-star skills, 3-star weak foot, medium, 82 pace, 66 passing, 70 dribbling, 83 defending, and 80 physical. Just a great dominant defender. Fast is the key thing obviously with this defender. He's just rapid, and that's the most important thing about him. And he comes with a decent frame. He's got a similar frame to Van Dijk. That's why I say basically like He's literally Van Dijk 2.0. They're just exactly the same, but Joe Gomez costs you 100k where Van Dijk costs you 450. That's why Joe Gomez is in. And also Joe Gomez gives you the English links, which is actually a lot better for like Nick Pope and so on. But yeah, Joe Gomez is our first centre-back. Alongside him, we're using another sweaty, overpowered... Well, everyone's sweaty, overpowered really when it comes to this team. Centre-back Ellen Mittal. I was a big fan of Diego Carlos and him in my previous like Road to Glory teams and 250k teams. So we keep Ellen Mittal in. 6'1", medium height, 2-star skills, 2-star weak foot, 78 pace, 71 dribbling, 81 defending, 81 physical. Great defender to have. Obviously, it gives you that Real Madrid links, which is always the nice bonus, and Brazilian. Just so many options what you can do with him. He's a great asset to have in your team, and him and Joe Gomez are partnership, fantastic for a 500k team. Even like what you could do like a 250k team really about around them two. They are just top tier defenders for you, and you won't really need to replace them for a long time. Talking about players you won't need to replace for a long time because he's the best left back in the game, is Ferland Mendy, and this is the one player what makes this team really expensive on PlayStation. I think he's over like 100k at the moment. He's got 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot, high, left footed, 5'11", 92 pace, 76 passing, 79 dribble, 78 defending, 82 physical. Easily, in my opinion, the best left back in the game, alongside Alphonso Davies. I think them two are at the top, but Mendy just takes it because of the weak foot, the skill moves. Great option at the left back, and I said you're not going to need to replace him. He's literally better than icon cards at the left back role. So once you got obviously Mendy in and you get this team in, you're looking to upgrade probably like Ellen Mittal into a Varane or something. Obviously, it all depends what you want to do with the team. But Ferland Mendy is the choice of the left back. Obviously, this is the team before we change it in game. This is just to get as much chemistry as possible with them. We get into game. Obviously, when we get into game, I'll show you how I would use it. I will show you how I would use it in two formations, being the 4-2-3-1 and the 4-4-2. That's what these teams are usually built for. I usually build the team for formations I personally use in the game. I use the 4-4-2 and the 4-2-3-1s as my choices. So that's usually the teams I build for, but you can always usually convert these type of teams into narrow very quickly and very easy. Valverde is our choice here at the left centre mid role. What, you know, like look at his card, man. 86 pace, 74 shooting, 78 passing, 80 dribble, 77 defending, 80 physical, 6 foot high, 3-star, does it all. That box to box, pacey midfielder who goes alongside, you know, your big man who you'll see in a little bit. That's what makes a Valverde that all-round quality player. So definitely look to get Valverde into your team's top tier this year. And obviously he's super cheap and he's got some informs, which obviously is quite a nice little thing. Talking about GOATs of the game there, we've got Ousmane Dembele, the 5-star king. I use him in my Road to Glory team, and this guy is a serious finisher. Little tip for you guys, use the chem style finisher. I have to shout out hashtag, well, I don't call him hashtag Harry, Fanatic Harry for that one. He said use finisher on Dembele, and I told you, I'll tell you even, I put finisher on him and he was an absolute different player in front of goal. Before he was, I think I had like a hawk or a hunter and he wasn't actually that clinical, but then I put a finisher on, absolute different beast, and that's what Dembele, what you want in your Dembele. The 5-star, he's obviously got the skills, he's got the weak foot, high medium, he's very quick with a 92 pace, 77 shooting, 77 passing, 86 dribble. Great player to have into your team, and obviously he's useful in a lot of positions as well, out wide, through the middle, whatever you want to do with your team. We'll go from the right side now, go to the right centre mid sort of role. This isn't obviously a right centre mid though. We've got, just trying to think here, I think we actually are using Saint Maxime on obviously weak chem, which isn't an issue. I know a lot of people don't really like using some players on weak chem, but you can take a few hits on weak chemistry players here and there on some of them. I would say it's probably preferably on either your elite players, like obviously we're talking big money here, like CR7, or on one of your centre mids, or probably as one of your wingers in your team. And Saint Maxime is obviously taking a hit here. He'll be on 7 chemistry with loyalty and a manager bonus. So that's not really too much of a problem, but we had to get him in because he's once again 5-star skiller, 4-star weak foot, high low, 93 pace, 70 shooting, 72 passing, 87 dribble. Just know this guy finishing is obviously, he's not up there, but everything else, the dribbling, the pace, what you need in a winger, he brings. I always say as well this year, 5-star skills is more important than weak foot this year. The 5-star weak foot by a long way. So that's why Saint Maxime is in. So you can do the elasticos or reverse elasticos, running scoopers, whatever you want to do really with him. He's a great option for as one of your wide players in your team. And then to tie everything together really, we go into one of the midfielders, well, the final midfielder to go alongside Valverde in the game. We've got Musa Sissoko. We've known about him for years. We know Musa Sissoko does it all when it comes to that midfield role, especially on the defensive side. 6'2", high, right-footed, 3-star, 78 pace, 63 shooting, 77 passes, 78 dribble, 77 defending, 89 physical, aka the cheap Vieira. That's what we all know him as. You know, this guy's been a beast for probably since FIFA 19, I want to say. Yeah, that's when he got his footmus card and really got onto the scene, isn't it? Like when people were using him for the FUT Champs teams. So Sissoko is definitely worth looking to get into your team. Even if you're not building this team exactly, Sissoko is definitely a nice asset to have. And obviously he's French in the Premier League, which gives you a lot of opportunities for hybrids and so on. So that's a nice little bonus really when it comes with him. We're going to be using him for one reason and one reason only, and that is to get Son, aka Sonaldo, into your team. Obviously he's going to be on weak chem like St. Maxime, but as I said, you can get away with it on your elite players. And I'll tell you where this guy would be played in both of the formations. He'll be played as a striker because he's got really good base card stats. Him on 7 chem isn't going to be the end of the world. Yes, he might miss some chances, but maybe if he had 10 chem he would score, but I feel like the majority of them are going to go in anyway because it's just Sonny. You know, he's that elite player. High work rates, 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot, 88 pace, 86 shooting, 80 passing, 87 dribbling. Crazy striker if you need somebody to go up top. Clinical as anything. So definitely recommend getting him into your team if you want. The main reason he is in is obviously he has a nice link to Sissoko and he is a crazy finisher. And then to finish off this team, we've got Lucas Mora, just a pacey winger really. That's what I wanted, you know. When I was building this team, I was like, who's the finishing pieces for this to make this like elite, I guess. Like this, what would make this team better than everyone else's team? And I think just every position's very good. You know, you don't look at the team and go, yeah, he's a bit weak. Like we're taking a hit to get him in. But no, every player in this team is more than capable of playing. Like you could, like I don't want to say it, but like I might be able to get top 200 with this team generally because it's such a solid team. 500k for 500k, you probably can't get much better really when it comes to it. But Lucas Mora finishes it off. Let's go over his stats real quick. Just looking for that pacey winger, and that's what he's got. The 92 pace, 87 dribble, 78 shoot, 72 passing, 5'9", high medium, 4-star, 4-star. Just a guy to run down the wing, really. Just how people use Sadio Mane is just use Lucas Mora in a very similar style, and obviously he's only like 30k, I want to say, so a lot cheaper than Sadio Mane. But yeah, that is how I would set the team up to get the best chemistry for it. Obviously, we're looking at 2 weak chem players, but with the right manager and loyalty bonus, they're both on 7. And let me show you how I would use it in game. Up first, we go with the 4-2-3-1. How I would set it up in game, I would use Ousmane Dembele as the central cam because he's got that 5-star, which is obviously a nice little bonus to have when we're attacking. You know, through the middle is where it's the best because obviously if you're out on the left, 5-star is not really that important because you know, like they're either going to go on, like most of the people just run down to the byline with their left foot, or then they're cut in a lot earlier and go on the right foot and pass in. They're not really trying to get the goals really from the wide, where through the middle is where you want that 5-star weak foot and the 5-star skills, and that's why Ousmane Dembele is through the middle. The pacey wingers, we've got St. Maxime and Lucas Mora out on the wide, and Son, as I said, the elite finisher as your striker, Sissoko on the right and Valverde on the left, and that's how I would use it in the 4-2-3-1. If you are wanting to see any custom tactics really with the 4-4-2 or the 4-2-3-1, head over to earlier in the week and I did show you my top 200 custom tactics. Let's show you how I would use it in 4-4-2 though real quick. I think St. Maxime on the right. Reason I do St. Maxime on the right, I believe has he got a better weak foot or no? Oh, but because he's on 7 chemistry, his weak foot's technically going to be better. So Lucas Mora's obviously got the 4-star weak foot and he'll be on full chemistry, so that's why I'm using Lucas Mora out on the left compared to St. Maxime because he's got the weaker chem. So it might obviously lack in some compartments really when it comes to using that left foot, and I just feel like put him out on the right, make him shoot on the right if possible, and he'd be more than fine if we need to shoot with him. But in the 4-4-2, likewise, St. Maxime, Lucas Mora out wide, Sissoko on the right, Valverde in the middle, and then the 2 strikers, Son and Dembele. It really doesn't matter what side who goes where, to be honest with you. It's really up dependent. I would probably say, what I'm thinking here, because you've got 5-star skills with Dembele pairing with the 4-star skiller Lucas, and because you've got the 4-star skiller and Son comparing with the 5-star skiller of St. Maxime, just so you can like change it up whilst attacking. You know, you could obviously with Sun you can only do 4-star skills, but as soon as you pass the same maximum, you can do that 5-star skill, which obviously keep your defenders, well, your opponent guessing what you're going to be doing. But this is the 500k squad builder for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you use it, and let me know how you think it plays in game. But I might low-key start using these teams in FUT Champs as a challenge, but you have to keep your eyes out for that. But appreciate you all hanging out. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and peace.